So please give a round and warm Northern Ireland welcome to Richard Wilkinson.
Well, thank you all. It's nice to be here, particularly on such a sunny day. My name is Richard Wilkinson. I'm Emeritus Professor of Social Epidemiology. I spent most of my career working on health inequalities and then on the other effects, the social costs of very large income differences between rich and poor. And I'm here today, I suppose, because there are very powerful effects of income differences on children. So the average children's maths and literacy scores in these international tests are lower in more unequal societies. There's more drug abuse, there are more teenage pregnancies, there's more bullying in schools, a whole range of problems.
Thank you very much. As Richard said, my stress levels are increasing as a public. So I'm Jana Hainsworth. I'm Secretary General of Eurochild. What's really important about organising this event here in Stormont is at the start of the new mandate of your newly elected government representatives, that you get high-level political commitment to end child poverty and make ending child poverty a political priority, and ensure that the strategy is populated with an action plan that enables change to happen on the ground, and that politicians are listening to professionals, children themselves, families, so that what they will implement will reverse the trend of high levels of child poverty across this country.
So why are so many of our children living in poverty? Partly it's because of very low levels of benefits, but increasingly it's because of very low levels of wages.
Child poverty is one of the biggest priorities on the agenda of the Commissioner's Office, so please rest assured that we will continue to do what we need to do in terms of our role in holding government to account and making sure that the rights of children and young people are protected.
So to date, a lot of our work in Belfast City Council around poverty has been focused on working with partners to mitigate the immediate impact of poverty, particularly around the issues of food and fuel and finance and housing.
Really, we see ourselves as a district that wants people to grow and maximise their potential, but also particularly important for the politicians within Newry and Mourne and Down is that we target impact at people who need more support and more opportunities given to them.
The vast majority of referrals that come into the Health and Social Care Trusts are coming from within both areas where there's substantial deprivation and also families who are experiencing significant difficulties. And when we look at those situations, what we do see is that for the vast majority of those families, either the cause of the referral is poverty, or poverty is a part of the context in which the difficulties they face are actually made worse. And our role really is essentially in working with those families to see what we can do to help to build the resilience of families and help them with some of the worst difficulties that they're experiencing in terms of poverty itself.
In trying to maintain employment, provide childcare and meet everyday living costs, families are often caught in a downward spiral of juggling income.
My name is Lindsay. I'm a Child Food Poverty Policy Advisor, and I've been over today talking about holiday hunger and holiday provision within local communities.
But when the schools are closed, their playgrounds are closed, their kitchens are closed, their dining rooms are closed, their libraries are closed, their gardens are closed. Great times in a public place that children could be accessing fantastic opportunities.
It's been a great conference today, but I think that we have an opportunity here in Northern Ireland to do something a little bit different. And I'd like to see providers and the partnerships that you've got here, and hopefully some policy going forward to look at providing holiday meals for children living in poverty, particularly preschool meals to children.
And that's why ongoing consultation and the forthcoming consultation exercise will be so important, because what we want to do is to seek to target critical issues that really will, to use the jargon, turn the curve on poverty and child poverty in particular.
I don't think poverty is inevitable. I don't think it's the blame of structural forces that will forever keep people down. I don't think it's entirely the fault of individuals who are feckless and doing the wrong things.
My name's John McKendrick. I'm a professor at the Glasgow School for Business Society at Glasgow Caledonian University. I was invited across today to speak about the Scottish experience. So there's a lot going on in Scotland, and I think what we're doing today was think about how these lessons might be used in Northern Ireland. And certainly what I took from the day was an energy. There's a lot of interest in the room, a lot of enthusiasm to make a difference, a lot of committed people, both within government and beyond government, to learn from what's out there, to do the right thing, and hopefully to make a better future with fewer children living in poverty in Northern Ireland. And I look forward to you having a success in that endeavour in the years ahead.
And it's quite evident, and John touched on this, that the journey that began in 1999 to end child poverty by 2020 will be much longer and much tougher than anyone thought it would be. But I know the Child Poverty Alliance is up for that challenge. It's a wonderful group of organisations who've been campaigning for quite a long time, but we feel quite re-energised by the new mandate, and we look forward to working with statutory bodies and the NGO sector as well.
I think today was important because it brings together the various strands of those who are trying to tackle child poverty, from the academic, the voluntary sector, the action on the ground, and of course the political and the departments. So getting those people in a room is key, and obviously cooperation between those various actors is vital. I think for me what was a big important question that one of the speakers threw out was, well, what is it you're trying to achieve? Is it to lift people out of poverty? Is it to help those who are in poverty from the worst instances? I think we need to actually ask those questions, because if we're all trying to do different things, then we'll fail to achieve across all fronts. Whereas if we can agree actually what are the powers we have, what are the things that we're able to change, then if we work collectively, I think we can make a positive difference.